Hey, Coach, I'm Smart Coach. If you can open with the statement, we'll open up questions.
I thought it was a great game tonight. UMASS was ready to go, and they came at us early, made some shots, attacked the basket. But the thing that I told the guys at halftime is I thought we were in a really good place in terms of how the game was going, because we got the style of play going our way, and we weren't making a lot of layups around the basket, but we were getting in the lane, which is what we want, and we were getting some good shots. So I felt like it would turn in our favor in the second half, and it did.
Coach, the first 5 minutes of the second half, I mean, was that basically the ball game for you guys?
Well, it set the tone. That's actually one of our game goals. Every game is to win the first 5 minutes of the second half, but we did more than win it tonight. You know, I think two things that come to mind is we really emphasized we got to get more consecutive stops. We gave up 42 points in the first half, which is way too many, and we set a goal coming out of halftime. We said, let's get three stops in a row these first 3 possessions, and we did. And then we just kept building. I think they scored on a free throw, but other than that, they didn't score for a while. And our guys are capable of that. I think the style of play certainly benefited us, and over the course of the 40-minute game, I think it affected some shooting.
How much was Spark as Rob Rainbird for you guys?
Rob was great, yeah, and he was 0 for 8 in the first half, so it would have been easy for him to drop his head. He's done that in the past where the game's not going his way, and he just kind of decides, well, it's not going my way, so I'm going to pack it in. But he did a terrific job of continuing to attack. I could see at halftime that he was able to hit the reset button and say, it's a new half, I'm going to go at these guys, and he did.
How much of a luxury is it to have so many guys who can step up? Melvin had a huge night. Rob was tough in the first half. I mean, he had a hard first half, but then he came back strong.
Yeah, no, I mean, you want different guys that can score and help your team in a lot of ways. Scott Day says we're unbeaten when Rob scores 11 or more points this year. So, we love when he steps up or Melvin steps up. The reality is, on most nights this year so far, between Javonte Reddick and Travion Graham, they've gotten us about between 25 and 30 points. So if we can have a third scorer emerge and get us double figures, that really, really helps. Tonight we had 2, a third and a fourth scorer emerge with Rob and Melvin.
Coach, how would you assess Melvin's play overall tonight?
He was great. I thought his approach was terrific. He was very confident, yet he respected the scouting report and respected what it was going to take to be successful. He was aggressive. He's always aggressive. I thought he took one maybe rush shot, the deep 3 in the first half, but otherwise he got really good shots. He was ready to shoot. He got in the lane. He created. He's a good player. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. We knew this was coming. Now it's a matter of, can he take this success and understand what brought him success and bring the same approach again next time.
Can you kind of address the preparation, but also the adjusting on the fly that you guys did to counter their wingspan and their size throughout the course of the game?
Yeah, we knew that we were going to be undersized at a lot of different positions. Really, other than the point guard spot, they have Chaz Williams there, who's a smaller guy, but every other spot they've got great length and athleticism. We like to play 3 perimeter guys. They got Terrell Vincent at 6'7" at the 3 spot, so we knew there would be some mismatches there. But we told our guys, hey, let's win out with quickness. Let's really fight for position around the basket so that we don't get posted too bad. I don't think they hurt us too much with the post-up game. They hurt us in the first half with some offensive rebounds. I think the second half we rebounded a little bit better. But, yeah, anytime you're playing against size, you can either try to put bigger guys in the game that don't usually play as much, or you can, try to combat that with quickness. And that's what we did.
What did you say at halftime?
I said I like where we're at right now. I said the reality is, guys, there's some fixable things that occurred in the first half that if we address, we can really go on a run on these guys. And the style of play is to our liking. So over the course of a 40-minute game, that's going to be to our advantage. And I think our guys really bought into that and came out attacking in the second half.
Is that kind of havoc at its best when you're going on a 21-1 like that and causing turnovers and get baskets?
Yeah, I mean, what we want to do is, two things on defense. Really force teams to play faster than they want to play, speed them up, and try to turn them over. And then when we don't, dig in and get stops in the half court. So we were doing both those things during that run that you speak of. And then the offense just kind of came. I mean, we're a team that, we can be streaky offensively, but we do have a lot of guys that are threats and are weapons, and I thought we created a lot of offense with our defense, and then it kind of flowed from there.
Coach, how important was it for DJ to just get him back on the floor and playing basketball?
It was great to get him back out there just playing. DJ's done a lot of good things over the years to help us, and, he's very, very capable. So we had a lot of foul trouble tonight, and we threw him in there. He helped us, played some good minutes, got some good rebounds, a couple blocks. So good to have him back playing.
Were you happy with the way you guys defended Chaz Williams overall?
Yeah, I was. I think Chaz Williams is a great player, and he got loose in transition a few too many times, especially in the first half. But I think overall we sped him up, got him playing fast, turned him over some, and for him to go 1 for 7, we'll take that any night.
Coach, have a quick turnaround for you guys. Less than 48 hours, you have UW coming here Saturday.
Yes.
Your thoughts about that? That was a lead-in.
Yeah. Well, it's too late to cancel, man. I mean, they've been waiting all week to play. But, if we sit around and use that as an excuse that they haven't played since Saturday and we only have 44 hours between now and the game, then, that's just a recipe for getting let down. So we need to get a good night's sleep tonight, the players at least. Coaches probably won't. Our guys need to get a good night's sleep tonight. We'll wake up, we'll have breakfast in class as usual tomorrow, and then we probably will not do too much physically tomorrow, especially with our guys that played major minutes. But it's important that we shift our focus mentally on the GW. They've got a really good team. They're well coached. They've got a great system, very, very different than UMass. So we're going to have to shift our focus quickly. Our guys are pretty good at learning another team relatively quickly, so we'll spend a lot of time on that tomorrow.
Has these Thursday, Saturday games been difficult, coming late in the year?
Well, we've done it a couple times so far. We played St. Joe's in a really emotional comeback win. Then we went to Duquesne. Guys handled that pretty well. Then a couple weeks ago, we had the Richmond LaSalle Thursday, Saturday. I think Daniel Roos says this. I think that Richmond game, even though it was a 45-minute game, that was like playing 2 games emotionally. So yeah, that affected us against LaSalle. I mean, no excuses. They came in and beat us. And then this time, this was a game where the style was certainly up and down, but most of our guys were in the 20s in minutes. Other than Trey, he had 30. They'll be fine. I mean, they're going to respond, and we need to go out and play VCU basketball on Saturday, and that's what's going to bring us success.
Coach,
Good.
Given the level of competition, can you think of a 10, 12-minute stretch this year where you guys have played better than the way you opened the second half?
I mean, we had a really good stretch to open the LaSalle second half as well. It kind of reminded me of that, although we turned UMass over more than we turned LaSalle over in that stretch. The difference was, obviously, LaSalle came right back at us and made a run of their own. I think we were able to break their spirit a little bit tonight with that run, and that was the determining factor in the game.